I'm now going to show you how to put the bookmark together so that it will finish and look like this. So we've made our 2 dove pieces and our piece of bookmark from the tent fabric to go inside. So what we're going to do is put the bookmark in between the 2 pieces of dove. So I've knotted the end of my thread, quite long to go all the way around. I'm going to start on the inside so that we can hide that knot. It won't be seen from the outside. And then I'm going to do a few stitches. I'm just going to stitch the blanket together first. Now this can be a little tricky because it's got to go through the tent material, which if I was using this tent I'd be very pleased because it's incredibly strong fabric. I'll show you the blanket stitch in a moment. But what we're trying to do is just go through the 2 pieces of blanket and the tent, but I'm using just the force of the needle going through there just to get it through, just so that we can secure it in place. Now what we're going to do is use a blanket stitch to put the 2 pieces of blanket together. So it's a stitch where we go through either side. It can be helpful to use a finger in there just to keep the cotton from tangling, and then we go through the middle and it will start to form a line around the side. So through the side, and again I put my finger in there just to stop it tangling, and then through. So it's a bit like making a knot each time that you go around. Again, probably a width of about 1/2 centimetre apart. And then we're just going to do that all the way around the dove until we get back to the tent fabric. So just keep repeating it over and over. Just be careful of the tail that you don't lose that nice sharp point on the end, and then go around the other side. Okay. Right. So we're hiding that piece of tent fabric through this side. And if you run out of cotton as you're doing this, then just try and make a tidy knot that can't be seen from the outside, and then start again from the inside of the fabric, hiding your knot inside the 2 pieces of dove so that it can't be seen. Hoping I'll have enough here to be able to go all the way around the edge. Right, around to the beak. Again, just trying to keep that sharpness of the beak as you're going around. Around this edge, underneath. So it's just a really tidy stitch for holding things together. Now, I've almost reached the tent fabric. Again, this is incredibly strong fabric, great for a tent, but not so easy for hand sewing. We're going to stop the blanket stitches here and just do an in and out tacking stitch just to get it through. I'd suggest line up where you're going to stitch and then just push it on the base there so that you're not having to push through with your fingers. It's just too strong to get through, and don't want you hurting your fingers. There we go, nearly at the end. These stitches really can't be seen, so it's Just do some slightly longer stitches, nearly there. Just holding that in place. And we're just going to take it back to the position where we started. So we can do a tidy knot that is hidden. So we'll go through like with the blanket, stitch through either side, 1 knot, 2 knots, and then what we can do is just thread it through to another point so that you don't, and then snip it so that you don't see that last little bit coming out with the knot. And then we have it, 1 bookmark made.